Ian, it's back to Starks Park on Saturday for the game against Queen's Park. A lot to delve into about that game, but off the back of the game at Airdrie, plenty of food for thought from that result.
Yeah, disappointing performance, disappointing scoreline for us, but that's all it is. We move on really quickly. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. I thought it was a really poor game actually from both sides. I thought the games that we've played against Airdrie this season, that was probably as poor as both teams have played, but it's all about getting points at this stage of the season, so Airdrie will be delighted. We just brush ourselves down, move on, get ready for Queen's Park.
And as we've always said in the past, after a not so great performance or result, it's the perfect fuel to get you set up for the next game. How have the boys responded in training?
Yeah, exactly how I expect them to Monday morning at training. Really competitive, really hungry, frustrated at themselves as well of losing a game. But I keep stressing to them, that's all they've done. They've lost a game. This is not going to. It's not a barometer of where we are going to be or are as a football club. You know, we knew hard results and hard games around the corner, and it can change very quickly. The only positive that we could have taken out of Saturday's set of fixtures was that we didn't lose any ground against Dundee United. So we move on, we're another game down. We now come back here, like you say, against a really good Queen's Park side and try and win.
And we know what they're all about. We saw them in action on the TV against the team from Dunfermline. We know they've got capable players. They've also got the added aspect of new manager bounce, as it's called. Yeah,
look, Queen's Park, in my opinion, are in a false position. I think it's a league that's so difficult that anybody can find themselves at the bottom of the pile because it's that competitive and the results are that all over the place. I really like the way they play us. I mentioned that after we played them here in the 3-2 game. We obviously came from behind late in the game at Hampden as well when they were going through a really hard spell. But in terms of the way that they play and the young players that they have and the quality they possess, really good side. And we also, that last Friday night against Dunfermline Athletic, Dunfermline is a good side also, and again the scoreline 2-1, it reflects how tight this league can be. If you add in Callum going in there, a really experienced manager who's done a fantastic job at St Johnstone, we're dying to get his teeth into his new squad and his new surroundings. So we just aim to, on Saturday afternoon when Queen's Park come here, to make it as hard as possible for them and play a bit better.
And looking at the new manager, Callum Davidson, similar to yourself, he's a young manager, but he's been around for a heck of a long time, playing and managing. I understand that you might have been in a couple of Scotland squads with him back in the day.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, Callum broke into the St Johnstone team as a youngster and got a really good move down to Leicester. Had a fantastic career, domestically and internationally, and then moved into management and had a wee stint at Dunfermline as well in terms of the backroom staff. So plenty of experience in there. Really humble guy as well, knows what he's doing. So we know this is going to be a really tough test for us as staff, and our players also know this is going to be a really tough test as players.
And obviously the other big news that has just been announced, the monthly awards. You were, I was going to say lucky enough, but you were honoured to receive the December nomination for Manager of the Month. What did that mean to you as a man and as a manager?
Awards are always nice, and you're always very receptive to get them and be acknowledged and stuff, but the bottom line is it's acknowledgement of the players and the staff together, the whole football club. It's a sign that we're moving in the right direction, that we've had a good period over the last few months or few weeks, whatever it is. So really happy, delighted. But again, it's a collective effort. I mean, I don't go out there and put the ball in the back of the net. I don't go out there and block the shots. All I can do is try and be organised with an organised team on the park and try and give them little bits, little tips and hints on how maybe we can be better and try and win games. But it's as much for the supporters and the players and the other staff as it is for me.
Nonetheless, it's a great signal that you've done well in a month where with 4 wins and 2 draws and lots of goals scored. Obviously as well, by the time this interview goes out, Louis Vaughan getting December Player of the Month has been announced as well, so a double hit. Happy for the wee man.
Delighted. Again, without harping on about it, Lewis's journey, it's been very unusual, but it's a huge testament to the guy. Again, he's top goal scorer in the league, I think, still at the moment. He's looking really fit. He's come back from a cruciate ligament injury and managed to pick up an award inside just about a year, which is a remarkable achievement. Again, I'll go in the collective. It's not just Lewis, he needs players round about him, so that all the other players deserve a huge amount of credit and respect for what myself and Lewis have been awarded today. But overall, delighted for him. He really, really works hard. He's one of those infectious characters in the football pitch that when you get the ball in and around the box, you expect something to happen, but he's also his work rate. The work rate's really, really high and really, really important, and it's a side of the game that Lewis acknowledges.
Finally, Lewis, he's a fan's favourite, and the fans will be looking forward to seeing us back in action here at Starks Park. You'll be keen to give them a performance and a show and a result that their support deserves.
Yeah, absolutely. We aim to do that every single week. We try to firstly win the game. You know, we're getting to a stage of the season now where results are vitally important. We're still not getting ahead of ourselves. We don't look too far ahead. We're always looking over our shoulder. We want to cement that playoff position. I kept saying it throughout the season. It's not changed until we're in that playoffs. Mathematically impossible to be out of them. That is our goal. Then we'll try and see who else we can eliminate as we go along the way. We know where we are in the league. We don't have to, keep harping on about it. We're delighted to be there. We've managed to turn a 4-point swing against us into a 3-point gain, so it's a huge turnaround for us, and we know United have got that wee game in hand, but that's fine. We were in that position as well, chasing for a while, and we always said we want to be in front, and we are. We just keep going. We try and win games. We look forward to a really, really exciting time for the football club in terms of hopefully a title campaign. A Scottish Cup tie coming up against Livingston, a semi-final against Airdrie, so next 4 or 5 weeks are pretty big.
Good. Well, it all starts again on Saturday. Thanks and good luck.
Thank you.